finally do my review of the Focus T25 workout plan. I will link it down below so that you can see everything you get. Pretty much you get all of the DVDs. They come in these sleeves. I want to say there's like maybe 10 or so DVDs, different ones that you get in here. You also get like a calendar to follow along with. I actually did not follow along with this calendar because there's also a calendar on the inside of the DVD sleeves that you can carry along with you, because I would not always do the workout at home. Sometimes I was doing it at my office, and that way I could actually have the calendar with me at all times. I just kept the sleeve in, or the sleeves in my purse, like my the little flip book thing, which I think is really convenient to have, because it is, you know, easy to carry along, and it's not like a whole bunch of DVD cases. And then you get like a nutritional plan, like a diet sort of plan. I don't know where that is, but you do get one if you're curious. And then you get these, what are these called? Like weight bands? I don't know exactly what these are called, but you know, bands for weight training. You get those with the program as well. If there's anything I missed, again, I'll put the link down below so that you can see everything. Okay, but let me tell you about my experience first of all. So my experience with the program were, there's some pros and cons, as it is with every program pretty much. I started doing this the middle of December, right before like that whole Christmas break time. So I was doing it all through the holidays, and it was fantastic because every workout is 25 minutes long, and I would just wake up at like 6:30 in the morning, get my 25 minutes of working out in, and then I was done. And so during that period of time where there was a whole bunch of like holiday parties and all that stuff, I was able to get my workout in and not have to worry about, you know, running for 45 minutes, or am I gonna feel like doing that? I just woke up, did it as soon as I woke up, not too bad, and then I was finished with it for the rest of the day. You don't have to do it as soon as you wake up. It was just easier for me to get it done during that time. The reason why I originally purchased this was because they market it as 25 minutes a day, 5 days a week. At least that's what I got from the infomercials. Now, I might have misconstrued something or not have done my homework or something like that, but it's definitely not 25 minutes every single day. It's 25 minutes on most days, but there is a double up day, which is Fridays. So on Fridays, you're normally doing 2 different workouts. So let's say you would do like lower focus and cardio, or ab focus or ab intervals and total body circuit. So you're doing 2 25-minute workouts, which equals 50 minutes. That part I did not like, because I don't like to have to take the DVD out, pop another DVD in after I've already come down from, you know, being so high on the cardiovascular exercises, because it really is high intensity cardio. Did I see an improvement using this? I would not say that I saw an improvement physically in my body, like to the naked eye. If you looked at me, I looked the exact same. As a matter of fact, I actually gained a few pounds. Part of that was lactic acid. Another part of it was just building some extra muscle. So I didn't gain weight in terms of like having to like go a pant size up or something. I still looked the same, just probably a little more muscle mass and some lactic acid buildup, which contributed to the extra poundage. I did not see, you know, any sort of like slimming or trimming necessarily. I really didn't, and I did the program for 7 weeks. And partly I think that's because I don't think that this program is meant for somebody who already has a very strict workout regimen, which I did. I've been an athlete like my whole life, so being active and working out has been a part of me since I was like 4 years old. This is what I've done for as far back as I can remember. So 25 minutes a day wasn't really matching up to the, you know, 45 minutes to an hour workouts that I was already doing, you know, 4 to 5 to 6 times a week already. So I think for that reason, it's not really for someone who already has a very strict workout plan. Like if you are already doing Insanity, I wouldn't go from doing Insanity to this. I wouldn't go from doing P90X to this. I wouldn't go from running and weightlifting 4 to 6 times a week to this, unless you're using this to cross train. If you are like gonna run a marathon and you want to cross train, then I would definitely suggest this. If you are, you know, maybe yoga is your main discipline, or maybe running is your main discipline and you want to cross train, then you can incorporate something like this in it. But I would not say that if you are already in shape and you already have a strict workout plan, then this is not something that's probably going to necessarily get you to the next level without incorporating some other things. And I started to realize that after probably the 3rd week. Because the first week I was kind of sore, not too bad. I mean, I was still functional, could walk around, could sit down, wasn't too bad. The second week there was really no soreness, and I was starting to get really acclimated to all of the workouts. And by the end of the 3rd week, you know, I was like doing the 250 squats that they do in each workout, like with no problem. So the only thing that I was having to modify was some of the lateral movements. I have an old injury in one of my legs, like my knee it's kind of bummed, and then my ankle is kind of bad from when I used to play volleyball. So I couldn't go as fast when they were moving laterally or doing a lot of like twisting, jumping, because I didn't want to compromise the health of my ankle and my knee. So I had to sort of modify those and go a little bit slower, but it wasn't a cardiovascular thing. It was just I have an old injury that I have to, you know, watch out for. So if you are somebody who maybe has a difficult time, like maybe your knees are bad or you have bad ankles, there's not a ton of lateral movement, but there is some. So I would suggest first getting really good shoes. The first week I made the biggest mistake of not wearing like a cross training type shoe. I was wearing my running shoes, which are pretty like, they really do offer a ton of stability, because I always get that from my running shoes, but it was like the worst thing I could have done, because then my feet were hurting for the entire first week. And that was totally on me. It was my bad. So I would suggest, if you're gonna do this workout, that you need to get some sort of cross-training shoe. Since I'm used to wearing volleyball shoes, because that's what I wore for a very large part of my life, I wear volleyball shoes. I wore volleyball shoes when I did Insanity, and I just switched back to volleyball shoes when I did this, because volleyball shoes are sort of meant to jump up and down, go sideways, you know, go back and forth. But I would also recommend like a cross-train type shoe, a tennis shoe, maybe even a basketball shoe if you need a lot of ankle support. I would suggest something that is meant to stabilize your foot when you're going side to side and back and forth and up and down. Running shoes are meant to go straight forward. They're not meant to go lateral, and so they don't offer a ton of support when it comes to that. So I would definitely suggest getting the right shoes. I cannot stress that enough, especially if you have any like leg injuries, like knee injuries or ankle injuries, or if you just have weak feet. That is a huge, huge thing, because I made the mistake of not using, and it was just one day too. It was one day of me using not the right shoe, and the entire week was like, my feet hurt so bad. So I talked about who I would not recommend this for. Who I would recommend this for, and who I think this program is really designed for, is somebody who maybe is not on a strict workout regimen right now, someone who's really busy, too busy to, you know, get to the gym, work out for 45 minutes to an hour, or maybe even work out at home for 45 minutes to an hour. Someone who maybe is not in shape right now but wants to get in shape quickly. I would suggest this program for you. This is great, I think, for like working moms, stay-at-home moms, people who, you know, work 70 or 80 hours a week and don't have time to get to a gym or to do anything else, because it is only 25 minutes, which is, I mean, anybody can do 25 minutes of anything. Like 25 minutes, by the time you're tired, you're already 18 minutes in. At least that was my experience. Like by the time I was like, when's this gonna be over? I was 18 minutes in, and I was like, okay, I only have 7 minutes, I can do the rest of this. I never got bored with the program. I think that every day was different enough. Every week is different, so you're not doing the same workouts on the same days of the week, if that makes sense. Sometimes it's cardio, then intervals, then lower focus, and then the next week it might be total body circuit, abs, and then cardio. So every week is different. You're not doing the exact same thing every single day, and that's really good. This week, the first 5 weeks are called the alpha cycle, and then the second 5 weeks are called the beta cycle. Once I got to the beta cycle was actually easier than the alpha cycle. I don't know why that is. I just think that it's not as much high intensity cardio. And so so by the time I got to the second week of the beta cycle, I was kind of like bored with it. I wasn't seeing a ton of results necessarily. And so I was like, okay, I'm good. I don't really need to keep doing it. And so I switched to a different program. However, having said that, I do really, really like them because once again, they're 25 minutes. So on days where I can't get to the gym, on days when I don't feel like, you know, running for 45 minutes, or I don't feel like doing an hour of yoga, I can pop one of these in, and after 25 minutes, I am finished, and I don't have to worry about my workout for the rest of the day. So I like them for that very reason. I will incorporate this into my workout routine because I do like the fact that it's convenient. It's on a DVD. You can do it at home. I do it in my office a lot of the times, and it's really short. Like, again, and if you don't feel like doing like the high intense, super like hardcore cardio, you can modify. You can not jump up and down. You can just lift your legs up and stand there. You can just march. Like, there's something for everybody. So if you're not in shape, don't let something like this intimidate you, because this is a workout that I would actually recommend for someone who is not in shape, who is looking to get in shape and getting in shape fast. It's only 10 weeks long. And I think by the end of the 10 weeks, you should see results if you're not already working out. If you already are working out, again, I don't think that you're gonna see a ton of results physically from this. You might get some good cardiovascular endurance built in. I did see some changes in my leg strength, again, because the first week all the lunges and squats were making my butt sore, and then the next week I was like, good. And then the week after that, I can do all of these and it's like not even break a sweat. So yeah, that is my review of this. If I missed anything, I will put all the information in the info box down below, but for the most part, I'll split it up, so pros, cons, and all that stuff, and make sure that it's just easily to read, because there's so much to say, and I'm sure that I did not get everything in this video, but the main points that I wanted to hit, I did talk about. So that is it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that review. If you have any questions about the program, then just leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to answer that. Yeah, and let me know if there's any other workout plans out there that you think that I should try, because I really do love a good workout plan, if you know what I mean. So yeah, hope that was helpful for anybody who is interested, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, bye-bye.
For more tips, visit www.dazzlediaries.com.